Hi Stampin' friends. Tonight we're going to use the Trusty Tools Designer Series paper. It is a SaleABration choice with a $50 purchase. And it coordinates with one of the bundles that is in the mini catalog for spring. You can see here it has a variety of different papers. On one side, this one has screw heads, and on the back side it has Daffodil Delight hammers. This one has kind of looks like a craftsman tool, like a rolling toolbox on this side, the red and the gray stripe. And this side has various entire screws and screw heads alternating. Then this one is perfect for measurements. I'm assuming inches. Let's look real quick. There are some inches. Of course, it's inches and metric. And then the back side is perfect for if you're wanting to do the look of a pegboard. You can do that with the, I believe this is actually, I pulled out pecan pie. This is not pecan pie. This is actually that, let's see here what it's called. Copper clay from the new end colors for the year. Then this one has various screwdrivers, and the backside is just kind of a plain, it's weird. It's like, you can see them kind of through there, kind of like little watermarks, little brush marks through there. And then it has two sheets with tulle. The back side of this one's just Lost Lagoon. And then let's see, the back side of this one is Lost Lagoon grid. And then you can see here, this one has more of the drills, whereas this one has a saw. And then there are handheld saws on both of them. So there's a lot to consider punching out, kind of like cutting out, whether you want to use the dies, which I bought the dies, but then I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't have used those, so that you can see what you could do if you just had the paper. So as I was working on this, the stamp set that goes with this has some things where you can write, you can say dad real big. And I really like the scale of this new alphabet that we have. It's a mini alphabet that's also in the new catalog. And you could certainly write dad with it. And what I liked about it is that it was, oh, I lost my D there. Oh, here it is. These are kind of more to scale for using with these, in my opinion. So just another option of something you can do. And what's great about these, you could write out the person's name. Like if you're giving it to a guy friend, you can write out his name and then stamp, happy birthday, and do, Bob, Greg, whatever, Dave, whatever name you need it to say. And then I did just a couple of different sorts of layouts with this, just kind of some possibilities. I played with this. This was actually just a leftover piece that I kind of imagined, well, what if you put some layers here and there? I kind of like the, this one right here. This is what I was going to do. I kind of like putting the measurements going like across and then putting them on the card base. Then you could use some black sentiment, some kind of sentiment under here. You could put dad like that. And then that just kind of makes a kind of a busy but an interesting background for putting some of these pieces on. Like I might pop this up on dots or whatever. And then the way that these work, I kind of wanted to show you as well, is there are ways that you could cut parts of it like this, and then you would leave the handle red. I know some people will take their red handle and they will dip it in like plastic to make, guys have all kinds of plans for those. But, it has a pencil. You could put that under the dad. I think that's super cute. And then there are all these, for as far as embellishments with this, those cork embellishments that actually go with that super fancy paper would look great. But it also has these dies, if you chose the dies, that you can just add with, that are like, that have an Allen head or a Phillips head, whichever, Phillips is the plus, just whichever, to add a little bit of a color there at the end. You can certainly use the colors that are in the paper, but you wouldn't have to use these. I just thought it was less, you know, there's a nice level, which is perfect for if your dad is a woodworker. And then this is the hammer that is in the paper. So lots of choices there. And then I also wanted to kind of show you putting together the some of these dies. Some of them are kind of a little bit complex in that you can add color, little dots and things, and then you have to add, like maybe you would do this in black, and maybe you would put this part in gray. I'm not even where you can see. There we go. Put this part in gray, the mechanism part. Then maybe you would put this, maybe put some, whoops, that's got a dot we don't need. Maybe you'd put a little color here with that. There's a lot of little places that you could put things that I don't know necessarily that they were made to put that there, but just to add a little bit of color and emphasis and whatever. So that was kind of my idea with this one, just kind of make it look a little more put together. And then of course, the detail on this one is much nicer. You'll notice that it looks like it's cut off. So what I did, and I may not have got over here with it, was go ahead and cut out one of the pieces on the other end to kind of make it where, because like this one looks like it's the end of it, but you can cut off one that you're not going to use and make it get that little rounded end like typically you see on here. Okay, same thing here with when the end of the pencil has come off. You don't necessarily have to leave it looking like that. You can just kind of round it off yourself. So lots of things, no matter what kind of, whether your dad is a plumber, that's kind of what this one looks like, you know, with those channel locks and different wrenches, or if woodworking is more the plan, you can certainly put these together like this, and it makes a really cute little card. And so I wanted to just show you a couple things that you could use with this that are in other sets that I think make a lot of sense. So from the On the Ocean stamp set, this one here, there's a teeny tiny happy birthday, and I think it is perfect for stamping on here. I do want to have it right side up. So you could use a black or a gray. Maybe the basic gray might look nice for this one. I'm going to try that with my little happy birthday. Let me go ahead and take that off while I'm doing this. Keep track of what I'm doing. Let's see. I think I have that a little high, but so there you can see the little happy birthday, super easy. And you might just put that at the top, happy birthday, Dad. I think that makes your card kind of come together. And then you could also put, instead, if you'd like, this to a great guy, and pop it here. Let's see. And it also, this is from the bear set, the bear and the wolf. So that would be a great one that you could put to a great guy. And let's see, I just want to tell you what I'm talking about. Wildlife Wonder here. It says to a great guy. So all these sentiments would look awesome with it. And then this stamp set, He's All That, has the To the Man Who Does Everything. This is still current as well. And this one actually has hammers at the top and wrenches at the bottom. Just really, really tiny on there. You can just barely see them. So that would be one as well. It's probably wherever my pegboard is, because I also cut out a piece of white pegboard to use with this that I thought would be cute as well. Okay, well, they're together hiding from me right now. But I just think To the Man Who Does Everything is perfect for this as well, since it has those already in there. Let's see if I can get it inked up nicely. I can't really tell if I have or not. Let's see. I don't get that lined up in there. I think it's a little sideways. Let's see. Not bad. So there you can see that. It has those little tiny details on there are super cute. So then that would be a perfect one to put on here as well. Maybe with this red here, and add a few little repair things. So this is great if it's just, you know, maybe it's just your friend who has helped you do a project around the house, something like that, has helped your husband, something like that. So that's a perfect one to add for that too, just to kind of make it a little more, I guess something a little more fun. Maybe you have to put, maybe you want to put a gift card in there for him or something like that. It just makes it a lot of fun, because sometimes we don't get a lot of cute masculine possibilities, and I think this is one that definitely is cute for that, because you can make it look like they're working on cars. You can make it look, there wasn't a ratchet, but I mean a lot of things were there and as possibilities for that. So the deal with the little pegboard is you can make it look like the tools are hanging from the pegboard, however you want, you know, that's kind of the point with that. The final thing I wanted to say to do to your die cuts, these things are never neat and nice and whatever, so you always have a possibility of grabbing some kind of a sponge, dauber, or something to give it a little bit of, let's see here, give it a little bit of texture here. Gray, that works. And so just take that and it'll give it just a little bit of like it's been used, like it's not brand new here and there around on it. Now probably on the end of the hammer, you'd probably want to actually go with some white on there to make it more obvious. You could even do that on the handle of the drill. Make it, whoops, maybe you want to hold it down when you're doing that, but just give it a little bit of a more realistic look to it. And then certainly on the part with the screw part, you're gonna have some situations there where that's gonna wanna look a little mottled. And another thing you can do that a lot of people do with their, so it's kind of the final thing, a lot of people do with their pegboard is they'll spray paint the pegboard like around it. So like if you did that here, let's see, I don't know if I can do this fast enough to not just be so boring, but if you do your pegboard like this, just a little bit more, and then you could put a piece of clear acetate over the top, and I think it would be super adorable. And so like on your acetate would be your tools, and they would lift up like this, and then on your pegboard you'd have where it goes. Does that make sense? I just think that would be super cute for your super tidy dad. Like my dad kind of does that. He has the exact spot where things are going to go, and some of them have like the shape so that you can find it easily. I hope that you enjoyed this paper and the dies, and then also I'm sure we'll use these again, and also this cute little mini alphabet to add whatever name or dad or granddad or whatever to your card. I think that makes it a lot of fun. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your holiday. Bye-bye.